So,
all right, question of the day.
Question of the day. Worst job you ever had, or the worst job, or the job you hated the most, or, a job you just want to vent about right now and get it out Monday because you're now at a job you love.
Okay. Well, I am definitely at a job I love. That's for sure. Best job I've ever had in my life. Probably the worst job I had, not because the job itself was terrible, but because I was wildly unqualified for it, and so it made for a very stressful days.
Really?
Yeah, and that was writing a service writer at a car dealership.
Oh.
Because I just did not know enough about cars to relay the information that I needed to relay back to the customer. So it was harder to make sales that way. It was harder for me to describe why this part was important to fix.
Yeah, why they needed a new flux capacitor.
Right, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Your gigawatt gauge is off.
Yeah. I think I've told this on the show. Somebody did that to me one day. I was on a phone call, and they were asking me about the services, and whatever they said, I just kind of said, yeah, we cover that under the thing. And they said something that probably didn't exist. They were like, do you guys do this when you're doing this service? And I was like, yeah, totally, that's covered. And as soon as I said that, he's like, I think I need to talk to somebody else.
Yeah.
Can you transfer me to somebody else?
I just made that up.
And I always had like thousands of dollars worth of other people's money that was in my control and in my hands. And I hated that. I always wanted to give people a great deal, and I never wanted anybody to waste money. And it was tough going to sleep every night knowing that
you're pushing them to do something they really didn't need to do.
Not even that. Just like I hope this fixes their. This person's paying me $17,000. I hope this is going to work.
Right.
Because I said it was going to work.
And then that stress is on you the whole time.
Yeah, it really is. It was the most stressful job I ever had because I was unqualified, didn't know enough about cars, and had a lot of people's money on my mind every single night. So it was a job I'll probably never do again.
Yeah. Mine is going to be definitely shoveling snow in New York City.
Ooh,
I did that for extra pickup money, because you're always looking for money. You're always looking to try to survive in the streets. But that was a lot. It was like $50 an hour, which was great money. But man, I took a toll on that back, Mo. Ooh.
Oh yeah, dude.
I did get major street cred. I was known as Sweet Baby in the streets, but
Sweet Baby.
Oh yeah, so they would call me Sweet Baby all the time in the streets. She goes, my daughter's bisexual. She likes both the strawberry and the banana, Sweet Baby. And I'd be like, all right, boo. I'm just shoveling snow and making sure you got a safe place to walk. God bless you.
Trying to stay warm.
Oh, then I had to get to the south.
Then you got to salt the ground.
I left shortly after that. I couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Sweet Baby had to retire.
Okay. Blake, what do you think in your limited work experience?
I'm gonna say.
Don't say this job, Blake.
No, it's not this job. Thankfully not.
I know it's.
Okay, but it does say 3 years as part of the local macaron shop. I'm not gonna say which shop it is, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Him and customer service don't always get along.
No.
I hear you on that one. I hear you, Blake.
Limited tolerance for stupid people.
Oh, yeah.
I hear you.
And he does not have a poker face.
Right. I'm with you, Blake. I can totally relate to that, man. I can totally relate. When I'm sitting there, when I'm dealing with people and somebody makes me mad, you're going to see it all over my face. You're going to see it all over my face that I'm pissed off.
Way too many people calling macarons macaroons. Please don't tell me what.
My apologies. I was probably one of those
me
people.
Too.
Definitely.
Yeah, John Macaroon.
Yeah, John Macaroon. Macaron.
Okay. Yeah. What about you, Troy?
All right. So my favorite job and my least favorite job is the same job. Like when I first started with Parks and Recreation, I work with the kids. I love working with the kids, and I still love today all the kids that were a part of the recreation that come up, and I still get hugs from them, and I'm talking when they were like 5 and 6 years old, and now they're you guys' age. So I mean, I still love that. Yeah.
I guess so. I guess so. I was trying to give you a little bit of credit, but then I'm like, I guess so. I got a lot of friends who say I know Troy from camp.
Yeah, Wade's 10 years older than you. So he was in here. So I absolutely love that job. But the last 6 months, when I felt like I was completely targeted by my boss, and it was no matter what I did. I mean, I had the #1 ranked park system in the state, and I had the #3 amphitheater in the entire world,
right?
And I still wasn't doing anything right. So it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, they're just coming after me.
Right.
And it was miserable for 6 months. And just when you get to that point in a certain job, you need to kind of just step away.
That's the hard part about government jobs like that. It's like they squeeze you out almost.
Yeah, no, I had 23 years in, and I just kind of had to.
And you felt like a leftover snack after you were done, right?
It was just like, I don't think we can work together anymore. And I was like, I agree.
And I don't know about you guys, but once I get to the point where it's like, okay, there's nothing for me here. You know, I don't like doing this. They don't like having me here. It's just like, I'm done. I'm going to wait for you.
I've done that twice. I've done the push through. This is your dream. You got this and keep going. And then recently, one of my last jobs, I was like, you know what? I'm seeing the sign. I better take the sign. Otherwise, I'm not going to.
I'm over it. You're just over it. It's just like, I'm over it.
Bad stuff happens when you just don't have the posture anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, and the bad part is when I got out, like we went kind of on mutual terms and they took pretty good care of me. But even with that, there was huge rumors about stuff that wasn't even true, you know, and it's like, oh gosh, what did these guys start?
Right.
You know? So no, it was, like I said, it was the greatest job, and in last 6 months, it was the worst one. So, and there's some great answers in there. I saw Circle K, and that just sounds like,
God bless. Yeah.
Ooh, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
horrible.
That's too much crazy for me,
Major
man.
characters.
Too much crazy.
Lot going on there.
I mean, I think that one's like the midnight shift at like a convenience store is gotta be one of the worst.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I worked overnight stocking at Winn-Dixie when I was younger.
How was that?
I enjoyed it.
I always wanted that overnight stocking shift.
Kinda, because nobody else was around, and you just you can listen to headphones.
It, and you just kind of, you know, you play music at the max on the
fun
on the loudspeakers, and
I totally rocked that job.
Oh yeah,
I worked at a supermarket a couple of times, and the second one had a friend. I'm going to blame this on my friend. Very bad influence. Used to encourage me to steal beers out of the back.
No
drink on the job.
Come on, no big deal. Give it a little light in the loafers.
All my sketchy friends' fault.
Wow.
Yeah. No, and there's certain jobs where you do like the funniest thing I remember about working at stock in Winn-Dixie, we'd get a new person in, and we'd tell them that they have to shake up all the Italian dressings.
Oh, right. Right.
So literally you'd see them out there like,
Wow, double fisting in the aisle. Wonderful.
and we're all looking down the aisle, watching the new guy.
Wow. That's funny.
Part of the blocking, son.
Well, you can't let it settle.
Right.
Right.
True. Won't
It
sell.
looks bad on the shelf when it
won't
settles.
sell. Right.
That may or may not have happened to me. For some reason, I have some vague recollection of somebody doing that.
At Parks and Rec, the move is you'd send them for the batter's box key, the key to the batter's box.
Was there no key to the batter's box?
No, the batter's box is where you stand when you're hitting in baseball.
Yeah.
It's the little square you stand in.
Oh, I was thinking dugout. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yikes.
It's behind the seat. You know.
Awful people. you
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. Or a board stretcher.
Wow.
All right. I'm really looking forward to checking the comments.
There's some great ones.
Good ones in
Really
there.
good
There's some
ones.
really
Yeah.
good ones in there.
That may be deleted soon.